Okay, it's Scrawlr challenge time, and I'm going to be using all these marker pens, and right now I'm sketching out the drawing with the aquarelle blue pencil. I did have a very quick sketch that I'd done in pen to give me an idea of what I was about to do, but I'm drawing out in more detail now. And onto the marker fluid. So this is inspired by one of my favourite episodes of Doctor Who, which is Silence in the Library. Now, a tip for this marker fluid before we get any further: put it on as thick as you can, pump the nib before you use it. I didn't, and you will see later on the trouble I have trying to get this off. So I'm just going over quite a lot of the lines here, and you can see it shows up very clearly. Everywhere I want to be white is just going to be marked off. Doing some space things in the background. By the way, don't worry about my massive bruise on my arm. I play roller derby. It's really prominent in this video. Okay, so once these white bits are on, I let it dry, not for very long, didn't need too much. And then I'm going in with the orange aquarelle pencil and some water to blend it out. I found it was quite good to actually put water on the paper before putting on the aquarelle pencil because the lines weren't as visible, so they were easier to blend. And that was an interesting technique also to use with the marker pens. So they blended really well, and they were doing everything I wanted with the colours, moving around nicely, and I wasn't getting too much of the original lines left. I was managing to blend them quite smoothly. You'll see there's quite a lot of bleed starts to happen around the edges there of the helmet. I think that's because I'd wet the paper, so it really did start to bleed up. I mean, it didn't really matter for the end effect. It was very mixed in anyway, but that's just something to bear in mind. Maybe let your paper dry if you want to then have a hard edge. You can see that aquarelle just starts to really come alive once you put the water on it. It really brightens up. I'm about to fill in the background, and the thing about this masking fluid is you really obliterate it when you go over it with the marker. I mean, it stays there, but you just cover it completely and you can hardly see it, especially with the dark blue because it's so dark. So here I go, I'm just completely, it feels like you're destroying the picture that you've just spent a long time drawing. But you just have to hope that it's there underneath, ready to be revealed. So this blended really lovely in the background here. I really enjoyed that bit. That came out really spacey and awesome. So underneath there should be a beautiful white drawing to be revealed. It didn't quite go as planned. You'll see here my hands start to fly, and that's because this is sped up so much because it took so long to get the masking fluid off. I had to use all the erasers that I had. The best one was definitely the soft putty eraser, so I would advise just go straight for that. And I used the electric one for some tiny little bits that I couldn't get off any other way, so that was alright too, but I nearly used a whole eraser for the end of my electric eraser trying to do this, which was ridiculous. So I wasn't really very happy with how much it had bled through underneath the masking fluid. So I didn't want to cheat, but I slightly did. I got out my white Winsor & Newton ink and I just highlighted some of those areas to lighten them up until I was happier with it. So that's my final piece for Scrawlr Challenge February. Thanks for watching.